Hi, this is Jeannie, and today I'm going to show you how to make one of our favorite foods, fried green tomatoes. You're going to start with 3 or 4 green tomatoes, and you want to make sure that they're very firm, and try to pick out tomatoes that don't show any signs of ripening yet. And you want to slice those. Of course, you wash and dry them, and slice them in pieces about a little bit less than half an inch. And you can see that tomato slice on the left has a little bit of pink. That's okay on the inside. Sometimes you can't tell that until you slice into it. After you have them sliced, you want to salt them well. You can use kosher salt or just regular salt, and just set those in a bowl for a few minutes because that salt will pull out more liquid. So once they've sat there for a while, you drain that liquid off, and you can pat them dry with paper towels. While that's sitting, you can mix up your dipping sauce, and I made that with a half a cup of mayonnaise, a half a cup of sour cream, 3 tablespoons of ketchup. Just stir that up. 3 tablespoons of ketchup, 3 tablespoons of horseradish sauce, and you really can mix in any seasonings that you like. I used a half a teaspoon of onion powder, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a teaspoon of a seasoned salt. I think it's called Cajun that I had in the cabinet, but you can use any kind of seasoned salt that you want. And add some salt and pepper if you like. You might want to even put some paprika in it. So this is, like I say, you might want more garlic than a half a teaspoon. We're not heavy on using a lot of garlic, so it just varies. Even a dash of Worcestershire sauce would be good. But you just mix all this up and then set it in the refrigerator. Oh, a twist of lime. I almost forgot that. I like to add a twist of lime, and you can use fresh lime or lime juice, either one. And if you don't have lime juice, you can put in lemon juice. That will work. I probably don't make it the same way twice. I kind of do something different every time. And I did use a half a teaspoon of that seasoned salt, but at the end I added a little more, and I sprinkled a little on top too because it's pretty that way. So just squeeze out that lime. If you don't have lime or lemon, you could use a little bit of pickle juice. Next, you're going to batter or dredge your slices. You're going to start out with, put some plain flour in one bowl. I said, like a half a cup. You want a cup of flour and divide it. A half a cup plain and a half a cup in another bowl, because in the other bowl you're going to mix in some breadcrumbs. I like to use the kind that are not seasoned. I really didn't measure this. I just kind of eyeball that, and once you start dredging your tomato slices, if you look like you're going to run out of your flour mixture, you can always, just add in some more. And if you don't have breadcrumbs, you can use cornmeal. You want to make an egg wash. I used about a half a cup of buttermilk. And, if you don't have buttermilk, you could use plain milk and 1 egg. And, if you don't have milk, you could also just use 2 eggs. I hope you can't hear a browser barking in the background. That always happens when I go to record something. But just stir that up well. And then you're going to dredge your tomato slices kind of in a 3-step process. The first thing you're going to do is take your tomato slice and put it in the plain flour first. Now, it doesn't matter if the flour is all-purpose or self-rising. And then dip it in the egg wash and just kind of shake the excess off, and then dip it into your flour and breadcrumb mixture. Just, turn it a couple of times. You want to make sure that you got it coated real well, and then just set it aside. I just put mine on a plate. It's kind of messy, but that's just part of it. And if you start running low on the egg wash, you can add a little bit more buttermilk or another egg. This recipe is very flexible. Lots of different ways to change it up a little bit. Now, I like to do my frying on my stove or my outdoor kitchen, so don't pay any attention to that stove top there. But I use a cast iron skillet and put about a ½ inch of vegetable oil and heat that up, and then just drop in, one slice till you make sure that your oil is hot enough. Now, if you want to use a thermometer, you can. You want to get it about 350, 375. Now, you can see you want to space those out in your skillet. You don't want to overcrowd your skillet. And I'm using a fork to turn those, but I'm not piercing the slices. You don't want to pierce the slices so they get oily on the inside, but just kind of take a peek at the bottom, and you want to just turn them once and then take them out and drain on a couple of thicknesses of paper towels. Of course, as you take out a couple of slices, you put in a couple of more, to fry till you get them, all fried. And there they are. You can eat them with dip or just eat them plain. And if you don't want to fool with making a homemade dip, ranch dressing is a great dip. So I hope you enjoy that, and hope you'll follow my blog for more recipes and crafting. Thanks for watching.